Hi, I'm Benita and welcome back to CartMonk, your trusted guide for Shopify and e-commerce success. This is part 4 of our Shopify beginner series. Today, I'll show you step by step how to add your first product on Shopify, including uploading images, setting up variants like sizes and colors, and optimizing for SEO so customers can find your products easily. By the end of this video, your product will be ready to go live. All you have to do is go to your Shopify dashboard and go to products tab, and from here you can start adding your first product. By clicking on this add product, you can in fact import the product if you have already created. Now all you have to do is enter a title for the product and the description. So I'm just going to call this a cotton t-shirt unisex. All right. One pro tip would be to use your product description to tell a story by highlighting its features, benefits, and how it solves a problem for your customer. So I'm just going to call this. Plus, when talking about descriptions, you can do more than just one line descriptions because this one line descriptions can simply hurt SEO and leave customers confused. So you can just go ahead and extend it up to 3 to 5 lines with keywords your audience is searching for. I'm just for now going to keep this simple. And then comes image, the media, right? Well, here you can simply upload your product images by using clear, high resolution photos with a white background, basically. Or you can also add multiple angles like front, back, and close up shots. Because your first image becomes the main product photo, make sure you give it a best shot. So let's just click on this upload new button. And from here, you can just make your selection. This is the image that I'm going to upload. I'm just going to stick for one image, but you can add many images as you want, as I mentioned, to give multiple angles like front, back, and close-up shots by clicking on this add button. All right. Next comes category. You can just see that this is auto-filled by Shopify itself. However, you can also choose the categories from below and assign them to the category that you want. And then comes pricing. Here's where you're going to add a price to the product. I'm gonna go with this price. You can also leave a compare at price, which is basically the regular price of the product, so customers can see how cost efficient you are by comparing its price. So I'm just gonna enter 1,000 here. So this will be displayed as a strikeout. And then comes cost per item, profit and margin, which you can set if you want. And then you can also charge tax for this product. And then comes inventory. Here you can simply enable track quantity and set the quantity. I'm just going to leave it to this. And then you can also choose if you want to continue selling when out of stock. And if you want to have a product SKU or a barcode, you can simply add it. I'm just going to call this. Once you've entered a stock keeping unit, you can just go to shipping, where you can decide if this is physical product and add weight to it if needed. You can also add custom informations like country, origin, harmonized system code, etc. Right? Which I'm not gonna go for right now. Now let's talk about setting up variants. If your product comes in different sizes, colors, or style, you can always add variants. So let's just click on this add options like size or color, and you can simply choose what you want to add. Like the options here are color, size, fabric, age group, clothing features, neckline, sleeve and side. So let's just go for options like size and color. So let me just set the size to L, S and M. Okay, you can just select all the sizes that you provide and then click done here. Now size is added. Let's add another variant to be color. I'm just going to click color here and set it to white. All right, you can also add multiple colors by clicking on this add color button, and then you can register your new entry. Right now let's just stick to white. All right, great. You can also add multiple options if you want. And then here you can see that the variants are expanded. Now, all the variants for each of the sizes and the colors you've mentioned are created. You can simply alter the price or change the quantity for the variants mentioned below, right? You can now see that it's available in all sizes and in one particular color. So you can just make your customizations here. And then here you can see a total inventory that is available. As of now, it's 500. Then by the time you enter all of these details, you can also see the category meta fields generated for you automatically. You can, however, choose to edit this if you want. All right. Now you can see based on the information you've given, it's already set to fabric cotton, neckline crew, and sleeve length type short, and target gender unisex. Makes all your work very easy. Now, when you talk about keeping variant names, please make them short and clear. For example, small instead of size small and stuff like that. Plus, not uploading separate photos for each variant because customers want to see exactly what they're buying. Plus, if you're not uploading separate photos for each variant, then it would be difficult for customers to see what exactly are they buying. So make sure you add different images for each of the variants. All right. This you can do by clicking on this image button and you'll be able to enter an image. As of now, we only go for size and the same color, so it doesn't matter. But when you go for different colors or different sleeve length types, please make sure you add separate images. Now let's talk a little bit about search engine listing. But before you save all of your changes, you will have to simply scroll down to the search engine listing preview. And you can simply click on this edit button to change the page title and description for SEO. Please make sure that you use main keywords. For example, this simply copies your product description, but you can always edit this one to see if it's optimized. So I'm just going to add something like organic cotton t-shirt for men and women, right? It is very important for us to keep meta description under 160 characters to avoid it getting cut off in Google search results. That's why the limit here. And then if you simply leave this section blank, then Shopify auto generates it, but it's usually not optimized for search engines. So as I mentioned earlier, the product description will simply fall here, but you can always go ahead and change it because that will help you optimize your content for search engines. Right. Similarly, the URL handle, this is the URL handle for this particular product. Now, after you have reviewed all of your information and everything looks good, you can go ahead and click on the save button. And now you'll be able to see that the product is created successfully. Here we go. We have added our first product now. You can now preview your product page and see how it will appear for your customers by clicking on this preview button. And congratulations, you've just added your first product to shop. And that's it. We've just added our first product to Shopify, and this is how it will appear for your customers. In part 5 of the series, I'll walk you through setting up collections and organizing your store navigation so customers can browse your products easily. If you found this tutorial helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to CartMonk, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next step in our Shopify